Hi, and thanks for your interest in Service Agility's Contact Center Assessment. My name is Jay Minucci. I'm the president and founder of Service Agility, and I'd just like to take you through a couple of minutes to explain what it is that you'll get from us if we work with you to help assess your contact center. Our approach includes 5 different items that we think drive value in our assessments. First of all, everything we do is customized. We don't do anything that is straight out of a book or anything that's boilerplate. Our recommendations are very tactical. We focus on the next step. We don't walk out of assessments with high-level theoretical findings, but we try to focus on those things that you can put into play immediately at the conclusion of the project. We're always very timely with our work. We don't take a long time to get started, and we don't draw the project out. Our reporting is very focused on your needs, so we put the type of reporting in place that will make sense when we sit down and discuss the recommendations with you. And finally, everything we do is fixed fee. We determine objectives up front. We estimate time on our end. If it takes a little bit more time than what we had planned, that's not something that you have to worry about. So you don't have to be concerned with tracking time and tracking expenses through the project. We can look at a lot of different areas of review. We've broken them out here between process, people, and technology. And really, this is where some of the discussion comes from at the beginning of the process to determine what are the areas that you really want us to focus on. In many of our assessments, we focus on all of these areas. In some of them, we cut a few of them out, either because they're not applicable to a typical contact center, or it's just not an area where the organization is looking for input at this particular time. I put some slides together to show some of the output. This is one example. One of the things that we do a lot is we try and give people visuals and try and give them something to follow up on to be able to manage the organization more appropriately. This we've done a number of different times for clients where we map service levels against abandonment rates so that the organization can understand what they can expect to achieve from an abandoned perspective when they reach a certain service level. You can see with this particular organization, if they get an 80% service level, this happens to be measured in 30 seconds, their abandonment rate is going to be a little bit more than 2%. So it's items like this, it's these types of visuals that help people see where the opportunities are and why they may need to make changes with certain processes. Here's another piece of output we do a lot. A lot of people have questions about metrics in contact centers. So we'll put together little visuals using Excel and saying, hey, these are the types of things that you want to see in a report. In this particular case, this happens to be a real-time dashboard that the items selected were based on some of the needs within the organization. But we kind of talk about how it should look and also why it should look and what we can do with the information when it starts to come in, which is down on the notes section there. So again, trying to give a visual display of information rather than just writing up different metrics that should be looked at. This is a typical timeline for a contact center assessment. Obviously, the total timeline depends a lot on schedules and availability, but this is what we normally see from start to finish. We can usually run through an assessment project in about 6 or 7 weeks, and that includes a full site visit. It includes time to document what we found during the site visit, give you time to review the documentation, and then also come back to your organization to present the information and discuss the findings. So in a typical assessment, we're actually visiting you on 2 occasions, one to do the majority of the work, and then secondly, to perform the readout. Our pricing, as I mentioned, is always fixed fee, so you don't have to worry about risk of it going higher than what you expected. Travel costs are handled as a pass-through, or sometimes it's easier for clients for us to estimate them and simply include them with the fee, and we're happy to do that. Total pricing can vary by a number of different reasons, certainly number of sites, size of center, scope, deliverable format, those types of things. But most assessments fall between $15,000 and $30,000, not including the expenses. If you're interested, we'd love to talk with you. The next step would be a discovery call, no cost, no obligation. We get on a call with you and just talk through what your needs are. From that discussion, we put a proposal together, and we will get it to you within 2 business days. Then you take some time to review it. We can discuss again, answer questions, maybe change objectives, priorities, that sort of thing, and finalize. And then we can get going. So literally, we will sometimes start projects within 2 or 3 weeks of when somebody first contacts us. So if you're interested in moving and in getting some recommendations on how you can make improvements quickly in your contact center, I encourage you to give us a call. My contact information is there. You can send me an email, jaym@serviceagility.com, or feel free to call 215-679-5250. Thanks.